Where are you, Jin Jin? What you doing? What you doing? You should stop. You should stop, okay? Oh. There we go. Hi, Stevie. I've sent you an email. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I did. I couldn't get the image in. Listen, I'm live. I'll have to. Can I bring you back? Or in the morning? Can you fix it up for me? I'm live. No, 1950. Yeah, go. Thanks. Bye. Bye. There we go. Hello, how are you? I was just talking to Steve. There was one more thing I wanted on the website before we got started. And after all of my training, I still didn't manage to get it right tonight because I tried to do it in a hurry. Anyway, let me find you. How are you? I hope you're well. Rob decided to come and tell me that we were live. I knew that. I knew we were. But, you know, there were red leather handles that I wanted on the website before we get started. And I didn't bring them in. Hang on, I'll just grab them. These. Do you remember these? We got them back. Oh, they smell wonderful. Now, let me find you. Here you are. I've got to go in through this way though. Have you had a good weekend? I hope you've had a fabulous weekend. Well, we kind of have. It's been very, very busy, and I know I haven't seen you like for a whole, 5 days. 5 days I've been missing. And I promise I've not been, well, I couldn't fly to Bali, could I? I haven't been off, holidaying, sitting back, drinking margaritas. We've been very, very busy. So we've kind of nearly caught up. Who's here? Good evening, Val. Good evening, Jackie. Hello, Fiona. Thank you for popping in before you go to work. That's lovely. Hi, Lisa. I made a gum leaf today. Well, we need photos. Kristen, you'll need to send photos. Oh, Jen's coming in as well. Hello, Lois. Hello, Denise. Hello, everyone from Denise. Good evening. Hello from Susan. Hello, hello. Hello, Nan. How are you? It's good to see you. Yeah, you know, when it rains, it pours. So you didn't see me for 5 days. And then today, you've copped a newsletter this afternoon and live tonight. And then we're back on Tuesday with Emma. Yeah, we're all good. Thank you, Sylvia. You worry warts. You did the worry Nana thing. I just, we just needed to catch up. I'll explain a bit in a minute. Good evening, Cheryl. Lovely to hear from you. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Diane. Yvonne's here as well. Well, we had a chat. I've chatted with a few of you. Hello, Pam. I love that emoji. Hello, Bronwyn. Sally. Hello. Oh, you like the set? It's little. It's very cozy this evening in here. Bronwyn, good evening. Fiona, Janet, Maggie says hello, everybody. Deb's here as well. Michelle's here. Elizabeth, hello. Greetings to the UK. How are you? I've been talking with Natasha back and forth today and yesterday with a few things. Hello, Dorothy. No, Suzanne, there has been no downtime. Downtime is Christmas time in the Chandler household, has been for decades. But no, it's not. I'm trying to find you downtime. Yes, Robert and I went out for brunch this morning to Mornington. It was absolutely fantastic, actually. It was very, very nice. You know me. Breakfast is there. It arrives. It's magnificent. What's Lisa doing? Taking photos of the food and Googling how to do it herself. Shocking. Shocking. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Joan. You missed me, buddy. Chum pal. Ruth, hello. Oh, you have to catch up tomorrow. Ruth, you've got such a busy social life. Jenny's going to be back later. Auntie Ruth's watching. Auntie Ruth's watching. I crimped it, buddy. Look at this. This is full on crimp. And the reason is Auntie Ruth was my first hairdresser. She gave me my first haircut. That's giving away how old we are now. Look at life. Ruthie, look. 2 weeks left. What am I? No, Wednesday week's my hair. Mum got hers done. She's looking fabulous. Hers has been redone. But I'm Wednesday next week. And, you know, you get to the point where you go, do I really want to chop it off? I'm not chopping all of it off. Chop it off. Because then all of these tools that we have bought during COVID lockdown to deal with our hair just become obsolete. So I'm still deciding what to do about that. I would like to come to Newcastle and get my hair done. That would be nice. Oh, Rosemary, am I looking better? I'm probably just got makeup on, but he didn't have makeup on Tuesday morning. Bron, Di, Janine, okay. We really need to get Jackie, yay, it's Sunday night. We really, really need to get started because otherwise we'll be here till midnight. This is not full on, well, a little demo, but not full on demo night. Robbie, can you find me my glasses? I had them. I had them in my hands. I think kitchen, coffee table, lounge room, somewhere there. You'll find them. Pauline Boykey's here. Hello. Janice rang me, Pauline, too. I've got extra polyfuse in the mail for her at the moment. All right. Kathy, that's just beautiful. I do have a hot day after the show this evening. If I walk 5 meters that way, he's right there. Absolutely. All right. So funny. Okay. Are we ready? This tonight is a hi evening. Emma will be back on Tuesday. High tea Tuesday. Got some cool stuff Tuesday. I don't know how I'm going to pull it off before Tuesday, but Tuesday's the big demo day. So set aside the time Tuesday afternoon for me, please, at 2 p.m. or you can watch it in the evening and then you can watch it on YouTube. It's bag stuff again. The reason is that there's just, you know, bags, they were big, right, when I started designing them, 10 years ago. Now it's just huge, but the resurgence is about bag furniture and all the amazing things that Kathy says, oh my God, you heard. We've been able to get hold of beautiful stuff and I've got rid of my zip phobia. So as you know, we did zips when Em was here with our new Liberty satchel, which you'll see in the newsletter again if you have a read later on. But we've got other gorgeous new ones. So we want to visit that again with heaps of catch-up stuff on Tuesday. So that'll be a big one, which will be really good. Tonight, Aussie accent, this evening, I would like to just show you some of the new things that have come in, some things that are back in stock, some things that you weren't able to purchase for a while as well, just with specials and things. So I want to go through just a few of those for you. Probably the first and foremost thing, because I know a lot of you love them, is Pam's Perky Gorgeous Remnants packs are back. Yeah. This is just a little taste of what I have available. So Mum and Dad came down last night. We had dinner. It was all really lovely. I had given her the big tub. And you know, she just creates that magic. So I've popped these back up. If you haven't bought these before, this is a lucky dip for grown-ups. So that means that you buy one and you just don't know what you're getting. But it's a really good way to challenge yourself to design a block, an applique, a bag or something like that. So I'll show you a couple of them. If I just hold them up, you can see, and Pam does the most beautiful, beautiful job. They're a little bit more. If you bought them last time, I think they're about $1 more than last time, because I went through and weighed them and looked, and she's upped the weight and the amount in each one. And if you ask her, she goes, they're excellent value. Yeah, I know that, Mum. They are. So the way that we do this, because there's purple ones, there's pink ones, aren't they just gorgeous? You know, when we used to have these in the shop, people would come up and go, what are these a kit for? Because sometimes they just looked a little bit tidier than and more gorgeous than some of our kits. What I tend to do, and I choose which ones go in your order, and it is me, definitely me, because Steve-O, the man, has left us for a short time, but a big time for uni. What's with that? What is with that? Uni. Oh, double degree. I don't understand, but he's got to do a big outdoor hike in the high plains thing. So that was one of the reasons we need to take a break this week, because someone had to learn a lot in a hurry for the website. So I'm going to choose these, and what I do is I look at what else you've ordered. If I can see a clear preference of the colours you like, I will hone in on those colours. If you order 2, I will make sure they're distinctly different coloured packs. What you can always do though, in the comment section when you order, you can put in a request, at least if you've got a lot of reds or a lot of autumns or a lot of pinks, then I will do, you know, please, if you can do that for me, that would be great. I can't guarantee it, but if I get a preference, I will do my best, particularly if you order them sort of in the next couple of days while I've got lots here, then I'll be able to do that for you. But they are just a lovely, hello, beautiful, bright colours, you know, and they make your brain work. Oh, Sharon Keys, if you're watching, I haven't looked down. Oh, Cindy, that's awesome. No grandkids tonight. There you go. The best thing, I suppose, about these is, yeah, make your brain work. And I was going to say, Sharon Keys, if you're watching, who does the most amazing things with these Remnants packs, we hope you get better really, really soon. And we look forward to hearing from you again when you're back home from hospital. So there you go. So there's lots and lots of those up. What else has she got in here? Oh, there's pink. Anyway, so I've popped those up. Have a bit of fun. You might, speaking of grandkids, not suggesting yours, Cindy, you might like to grab one for a granddaughter or a grandson that's going to be with you over summer. You can give them this little pack and they'll get it out and they play with it. I remember Michelle Marvick telling me that her basket of bits and bobs would keep her grandkids occupied for hours, sorting the colours, playing. Jenny Miller does that as well, I believe. But yes, Cindy, that's really funny. You can watch. Hello, Donna. How are you? Oh, Yolanda, you're looking great. It's a lazy Sunday morning with Yolanda. Sylvia, if you want a purple one, please, you order one and put that in the comments and I will organise that for you. That's not a problem. We can do that. Right. So that's... Gee, what? Hang on. What do you get to see? I didn't even think about this. What's behind the basket? Oh, that's okay. This is a sudden terrible thought. This is going to look really bad behind the basket. Do you know what happens? It's so weird. When I set it up, some spots look like little gaps, but then when I look through the camera, they're huge. You've got to play with it all the time. And I picked you some lavender and some rose geranium. If you love aromatic stuff, we're going to have a lot of fun with that in that Christmas week. I've got some really nice ideas and things for you. All right, so what else have we got? I'll stay up here. I don't think I crimped the back of the hair, so I'm a bit conscious of that. I've done some new value packs of these Metler threads. Let me find a camera. There we go, and practice. And do that one. There you go. So this one, do you remember we've got lots of different ones? We have sold out of quite a few. There's still some there. You get a pack of 5 Metler threads at a super cheap price. There's no other way to describe it. At 5 for $12.50, and they're usually $5.30 each. So it's a really, really good deal. There is still plenty of sugar and spice, I think clematis, some wattle, but I did these packs up and these are all dark colours. So if you have a look at the picture on the website, you will see when you go in there and have a look that I've got a bowl of them actually as a display, and that's so that you know you're getting a pack of 5 that's indicative of what's in that bowl. So that's what you get. Steve and Chandler, if you're watching, be very proud of me. I actually managed to change the banner on the top of the website. Big learning curve. You just, and it was new phone week as well. So trying to learn to drive the brick that Robert very kindly got for me. Hello Leonie, how are you? The brick, between learning to drive this and the website, my brain hurts. But if you click on the banner at the top, I think I've done it successfully. It will show you, excuse me, everything in the show this evening. Pretty much, pretty sure. So there's those ones. I've only got these ones. I've only got just a few, just a few. I think there's about 4 or 5 packs, and they're not going to be for everyone. But these are also the embroidery threads. But you see, super pale. I think I called them Snowstorm or something like that. So just creams and whites all together. But if you are a thread artist, for want of a better word, or you do art quilts, or you're doing magnolia flowers or something like that, then these are going to be really handy if you need light colours. Pop those back up there. The other thing that got on top of me a bit last week in a nice way was all of a sudden we were out of stock of a lot of things, and we get this cool printout every night of what needs topping up on the website. I find it incredibly boring having to sit and go through a stock list report and work out what needs ordering, and I'd put it off for a while, and I was very conscious there was a lot of things that needed topping up, and these were one of them. So I've got this all sorted now. So we've got the Super Bobs with plenty of stock. So there's 2, if you remember, 2 of these in stock. So you've got pale colours, which are just beautiful. If I was doing my applique sampler, I would probably be playing in here, or my Oriental Baltimore. And then you've got gorgeous bright colours. Look at that. So if I'd taken one of my Manning Tree garden quilts and I decided to do it by hand, needle turn, or lots of things like that, lots of flowers and fauna, flora, that's beautiful pack. So both of those are back up because we did run super low on those. Now, new fabrics. I may have got a bit sidetracked just because it's spring, and my bestie in OG, she has alpacas. So sometimes you just need an excuse, don't you? Because I'll need to make her something that will only take probably half a metre for Christmas, but I had to buy the whole bolt. So yes, I know, but look, they go so well. Look, they go with my jacket. So I had to have them. Now, if I said to you, I have zips that match this, you go, yeah, in her zip department on the website, she's got lots of coloured zips. I got new zips, and we will be making something with this on Tuesday, so you have to watch for the zips, because the zips are pretty awesome. So Emma and I will be making zippy things with this, coordinating zips and a couple of other bits and some cork on Tuesday. So that one is up. If you think that you've got a heap of solids in your cupboard that will go with this, then please grab some. But what was that ad? It was, I'm an alpaca breeder, not a llama farmer. That was it, wasn't it? Oh yeah, Joan, it's super cute. There is, I should have more. I think I've got turtles as well. Shipments at the moment, just we wait and we wait for them to come. And that was also the big thing last week, waiting for fabric to arrive for the applique sampler, waiting for patterns to arrive for Michelle Hill's Be Mindful quilt, which was supposed to be here on Friday, and they will be here tomorrow morning but still. And then people go, oh, well, you'll get it out today. When you've got 150 to cut once the fabric arrives and put them all in the packs, it doesn't always work like that. So we think we're good now. We think we're all nearly caught up. One day we'll be right. But I got half my delivery and the other half will arrive, and I think there's turtles in it in the same colours. So I was obviously in a cute factor day. So there's that one, and this, I love this, love it. And interestingly, it's called Double Happiness. And for me that means a double happiness symbol, a Chinese one, but I'm not sure why it is. But it's Michael Miller and it's gorgeous. And it does that cool thing where it goes from light to dark, so it's got an ombre background. Look at that. So it's like daytime up to night, and it's the same on the other side. So it is just beautiful. Again, I have zips that go with this. This goes really nicely with a deep royal blue, solid royal blue. So I'm grabbing that so we've got it. It will also make up, where do you go? There's so much you could do with it. Me, I go, bag. Well, we say bag about everything. I'd quite personally like a skirt out of it. But we are going to have a little bit of a play with this week. But you might have something that you want to do with it just as it is. Hey, note this bit down the bottom. See that look? It's got this beautiful, almost like a woven denim effect with 3 shades down here. So, Christine, I know why you're late. Thank you for my parcel too. Thanks very much. Look at that. So it's 3 different shades in here. So I'm actually thinking we could use this for straps or loops or a little pin tuck divider or something if we were to use this to make a bag. And I can see that we can play with it. So if you've got a bag that's got a center panel and then perhaps it's got 2 side bits, you could really mess with this because you could run it from light to dark for the center panel with the zip about there, and then for the sides switch it round so that it actually goes from dark to light up the sides. Just gorgeous. When I saw it, I thought it was full digital printed, and I need to go back and look. The fabric actually does, I think it's been digitally printed, and that is why they've got this amazing, really, really subtle shade going on. I'm sure, because I've literally just unpacked these yesterday, I'm sure we're going to have a gelato or a sorbet ombre that will go perfectly with this. So if you know what you're doing, it's there if you want to grab some. I'm going to check those out, and then on Tuesday we can have another look. What I was going to say too, if quite a few of you have ordered off the newsletter this afternoon, if you see anything tonight you go, oh, didn't get it, please feel free to order it by about lunchtime tomorrow. What I will do, because Steve's taught me how to do it, I will look at your 2 orders, I will combine them, and then the extra postage you've paid that I didn't need, I'm going to pop it back as a gift voucher emailed to you. So if you do 2 lots of $9, for example, but I can get it all to you for $12, then I will send you a gift voucher that you can use next time you purchase for $6. And I'll do it, I can do it up until tomorrow night. If I try and do 3 to Tuesday, I can't. You can combine 2 but not 3, we found out. So, but if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm holding this so I'll show it to you. So this is in the newsletter as well. Do you remember we actually had this gorgeous ribbon last year, and I managed to get us some more. I just like putting little cute things like this now on the website. So it's a whopping 1.5 inches wide. It's really big. So I've popped that up by the meter. If you have a tricycle to tie up for Christmas, you might need a meter of this. If you're making placemats and you need a satin binding, it's going to work. You could pin tuck it. You could do lots with it for Christmas. Leanne Church does those I can't do it. because she was a florist, as well as the machine embroiderer digitizer, as well as the cake decorator chef. So she's got all these, you know what I'm trying to do. But it is really lovely, and it's very inexpensive, and I can't remember now off the top of my head. I think it's like $1.50 or something a metre, but it is beautiful. So anyway, that's up there. It's one of those little things, isn't it, that you grab at the checkout because you know it's not going to add anything like pins and cotton and needles and things to your order. So anyway, I have grabbed... Oh, what's Melissa say? I've grabbed some for me. What did you say, Melissa? Oh, you've grabbed it. Got it for bunting last year. Perfect. Perfect to use. You're going to fold it over and stick all your flag bunting in it. These are the handles I've just got Steve to put up. They're not in the newsletter, but... So what happened? Remember we had these, and it was a bit of a fluke. So the company that we buy all of our handles off managed to send these to us. We couldn't get red in the normal shape that we have, and they said we've got these ones, and they sent them to us, and they made a boo-boo. They charged us the same price for 100% leather as vinyl, which our other ones are, and they're really, really good quality, but these were the leather ones with the seal on with the seam on the back of them. Look at that. So it's leather overlaid over a piping inside, and they're absolutely beautiful. Just yummy. So they went, the ones we had, I think we only had about, I don't know, 30 pairs or something, gone. And we tried to get some more, and of course they wanted to charge us double price. And we said no, but my amazing bag furniture saucer, they went back to her and said, we actually manufactured those for someone else and they didn't take them, and so if you would like them at the final price, you can have them. So we said, I think so. So we got them. It turns out it wasn't quite the same. They're $1.50 more than the vinyl ones, but I decided they were worth it, and they are. They're stunning. So Emma and I are going to brainstorm what we're going to do with these as well on Tuesday morning before the show. We used to do a lovely bag, it's the Overland bag that we used to do with my red flannel flowers, but we've got so many other fabrics, and there's some gorgeous orientals out there as well, so we're going to have a little bit of a play and do something new with those. But if you already know what you want to do and you need red handles, they're up, they're there. Good evening, Gail, Sylvia, and Cheryl, and Diane. If I haven't said hello to you, I can see that you are watching. Haven't finished the other satchel, the swing satchel. That's why the black's sitting here. That was more to remind me, sorry. But, you know, I have to get my homework done too, don't I, before Em gets here on Tuesday. Our very popular elephant heffalump fabric is back in stock as well. I popped it in the newsletter. I've seen some, grab some already. So if you wanted to grab some of this, it's back. I'll just hold it up for you. It was beautiful, and it went really fast last time. I don't mind if you don't grab it all, because I have technically stashed some of it to make some bags myself, some bag kits up. So I'm sort of, well, I'll wait and see who wants some first, and then I will. Actually, that's... yeah, these are the shoulder straps, the black ones as opposed to the red ones on the Liberty satchel. Yeah, see, that would be really lovely. It's a really interesting fabric because there is no metallic in it, yet you just feel like you want to put a frosted metallic gold or silver grey with it. So it's really unusual in that I would happily put Robert Kaufman. Oh, there's a heap more metallic fusions up too. There is a beautiful grey with silver, and there is a grey with gold in metallic fusions. We've popped on the website that came in. Have to think about that. Just, oh, I tell you what. See, and that's a rust red. That's rust red. But this works because there's rust and then it gets a bit brighter. It's a really interesting fabric. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I'll pop that one aside. Now these three are new as well, and when I saw them I thought, yeah, we just have to have them. We have to have them. I don't mind if they sit here for a little while, because I can see they're going to solve a lot of problems for people. So where you need that extra bit of coordinate, you need a bit of movement for applique, this will have a lot of uses. So it is called, it's going to be called marble something, surely. Can't remember because we put them up. What's it called? It's called marble, of course it is. So I've got three colours, and it's got a beautiful swirl of gold through. It's Michael Miller, it's gorgeous, it's good quality. Funnily enough, the colours, see again, you could run them together if you really wanted to. If you get up close, they will go. You have a look at them up close. So there's a grey, and it's, if I had to give it another name, it's probably pushing its way a little bit towards a blue grey. If I pop it down here and you can see it a bit better. There you go. So much going on in there. So there's a grey one. This olive green is just, look at that. I can see this being used for a lot of foliage applique. You know, I can just see this being used for leaves. And the same, I can see this as logs and bark. Lovely. And then, of course, when there was a teal, we had to have the teal. So that's the teal one. I can just, you know, coral reefs, all of that sort of stuff, rock formations. They're just beautiful. So, yeah, so they're up and ready to go. What I might do tomorrow, because I can see this is the sort of thing we'd like a little bit of in our stash. I will do a fat quarter pack. So I'll just do the 3 fat quarters together, so that if you wanted to grab, if you sort of think, oh, I don't know how much to get, instead of, you know, if you do need a fair bit, you can buy it by the half metre, but I'll do a 3 fat quarter pack for you as well, just in case, you know, you just want to stash it and you don't know what you want to use it for yet, but you want that opportunity to be able to cut sort of fatter or longer pieces from a fat quarter, bias on the diagonal, something like that. So I'll get one of those up tomorrow as well, and I'll pop those back there, pop this over here. Now, what have I got left up here? Oh, please ignore the scarf, that hasn't gone up yet. Oops, my mistake. That was just here to fill the gap. That needed, see that gap there, I had to fill that. So, this, we had this Maywood studio, so it was a bit of a coordinate week, wasn't it? These are yummy. I know, so not Lisa Chandler, but it's spring, and I really, really liked them. I really did, and I knew that I had kind of things here or things coming that would go with them. So, and you're thinking, it's not metallic. Ah, yes it is. These little dots in here, these are lustered. They are metallic. So there's little teal green metallic dots. So when you actually move it, oh, it's not going to do it for me on the camera. When you move it, you get a little bit of shine. So that's beautiful. So that's one. These are called, I can't say it. I can't say it. It is Sagu. Look, I've tagged them on the banner, okay, so I don't have to say it. Saguara. Saguara. I can't do it. Saguaro. If you want to have a look under Maywood Studio, have a look under Tonight's Show. It's there. I'm not going to even try. Now, this is Maywood, but look what came in as well. And this is Michael Miller, and they really, really like each other. Look at the Oriental Toile. Just lovely. It's called Orient Express. I grabbed this one. I would assume I have more coming of this collection. I can't believe I would have only bought one. but it's really, really interesting in terms of colour. It's almost like a colour wash background, and there's splotches of blue and teal and pale blue all sitting in the background. And I don't know, these two go really well together. But also remember, I've got some teal drill which is going to go up this week as well. The one that Em was using for the bag last week, so that will go up as well, and that's going to go with these. But you know, you're going to have something that goes with that. I'm sure you are. It was just yummy. So I grabbed those, and then up here as well, where are these here? Oh yes, Stephen said, please Mum, can you please keep moving and give away the other packs that were made up of the threads. And it was, you spend $100, you get a free pack of embroidery threads. I think that's right. $100 and you will get a pack of 5 embroidery threads from Superior Threads until I've run out. I knew that. This is the softer sage green and olive green one. Again, these little dots here are metallic luster. Just beautiful, soft blenders, aren't they? They're soft blenders as opposed to, I don't know, they're feature blenders, that's a better word. Rather than tonal tone. There you go. Oh, Yvette says we're frozen. I don't know why. It all looks good at this end, my darling, so I'm not sure if it's your reception. That could be what it is. Yvette says I've gone all fuzzy. That makes sense. Oh, that's probably just me. Everyone's a bit fuzzy, aren't they, by Sunday night? Okay, here's the other colour. Oh, that's in your face, isn't it now? I've put it over the top of the other ones. There you go. Oh, you're all good now? Excellent. Again, I've got a little bit of purple luster going on this one. So if you're a purple fan, I can see this actually going with probably a collection of purple batiks. I don't know why, but even though it's a solid print, I think it would run really nicely with purple batiks. Anyway, so they're up. I'm actually thinking I need to do you a fat quarter pack of these 3 as well. So I'll do one of the marbles, so you get 3 fat quarters for $19.50, and I will do the same with these. So if you just want to pop them in the stash, you can. Pop that back up there. Pop that back up there. That doesn't look as good as it did when we started, does it? No. Pop these down here this time. Bit messier, but that's all right. Okay, so they came in. Lots more came in. They're just what came in the last couple of days. So, you know, please have a little bit of a hunt through. But if there's something in particular that I said we were getting in or you knew was coming and you can't find it by the search window, please let me know, because I'm more than happy to let you know what's there. You know, sometimes it's hard to look through. But also, if you see something that says it's out of stock, there is a little option for you to request an email when it's back in. So we will leave it up if we know that it's around the corner. So please do that if you want to. And then you just get a little email from the website letting you know when it's back up. I know that did work for some people last week, which was really good. With the elephants and something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. All right, now, these sold out super quick last week when I was really flattered because I was really happy, not flattered, happy, because a lot of work goes into working out how to do this and the planning. So I was rapt that you liked them. That was really nice. But then, a bit sad, because they all sold really quick. So if you didn't see it, this is our little dish. We've called it a Christmas dish because it is close to Christmas and because of the colours that we chose. It's a dish or it's a dome. It's Emma called it, what is it supposed to be, is it a slosh? A cloche. Last week, it's cloche. Petra Vandermisting, yes you will, if you spend 100. If you spend 200, you get 2 packs. Petra, you wicked thing. All right, so there you go. So now, what do we do? What do we do while we're, you know, working out what to do? Now I've run out of my out of print Under the Australian Sun fabric. So 2 steps for me. We are releasing just the kit with the English paper piecing and the patterns now. So I think I cheekily put in the newsletter, surely you have something in your stash that you would like to use. So you will get all the little pieces you need. So you get 24 little plastic pieces, and you'll get the instructions with a little picture of this and just the instructions to make up. A bit like we sell the other little English paper piecing packs that we've got. And then over the next week, I'm going to get a couple more kits made up. So again, they'll come in the really pretty folder, and then they become something nice that you can give as a gift as well if you don't want to make it up yourself. So we're working on those again at the moment. And when I say we're working on them again at the moment, I'm going to start one now with you. And then you can see how they work. I'll just do a little bit of it, and then you can have a think about it, and then I can keep going. But it's an excuse for me to show you, you know, what you get and how they work. So what I want to do is make one up in Melba, and I actually want to fussy cut some of the shapes off my fabric for the panels that go around on mine. And it is a little bit of a toss-up. You know, sometimes you want to have that whole cool thing happening on the inside, but I do anticipate that mine are going to be filled up with chocolates for Christmas or something like that, so I'm not going to see the inside as much. But if I was giving that to someone, it'd be a toss-up, wouldn't it, of which one to put where? Anyway, so I'm going to use this Melba tile print. Cass is going to kill me because I actually got her to do, we've been working on the packaging, but for the Nouveau colorway, but I'm waiting on that stock to arrive, which is just about here. But I thought I'd do this one in the meantime. So we've got one, you know, in these autumn tones, and then we'll have one in the pink and the grey, or the pink and the ivory when it gets here. So in your pack, you're going to get, and so everyone that everyone that ordered their dishes in the introductory offer, they are in the mail. So they left the building Friday. So we finished the patterns, finished it all. We got our paper pieces, our templates arrived, packed them all off, out the door. So they are on the way to you. And what you're going to get in your pack, if you've ordered one already or you do order one, you're going to get 2 little packs, and they're labelled inner and outer. Now I want you to be really, really careful for me, because there is very, very little difference between them, and you're only going to pick it up really once you start putting it all together. So make sure you keep them separate. What I would suggest is that make your inner first. Well, you're going to say outer, didn't I? Make your inner first, because then it's a little bit of practice, but to get that whip stitching looking really good. And then do the outer, because when you get to the outer, you're actually going to be stitching with matching thread on the outside. You can't turn it inside out. So you actually make both the dishes separately first and then insert one inside the other. You can't do that. So with the inside, you can hold it together and whip stitch, and then the outside you'll hold together that way and whip stitch. Cass did a fantastic job with the instructions. I think they're super. So I know you'll enjoy reading them and making them up. This is my outer pack. I was going to say to you tonight to actually, yeah, it's pretty good. Look at that. See, that goes there. So I was going to say to you tonight to actually mark your templates, and then I thought, oh no, don't say that, Lisa, don't say that, Lisa, because if you marked it with a heavy Sharpie and you're using pale fabric, you might see the pen through, because what you have to remember is these templates don't come out, they're actually going to stay in there. I had a little bit of a play around getting all different things happening here. You can see I've got a couple marked up. I was just playing with a shorter one, so I don't know why, I just was. So I'm going to sit mine there. It's a Frixion pen I've got down there, it's going to come off. So I'm going to draw around my template that way. So what I'm actually doing, I've made sure I've left enough here because we do need to add a 1/4 inch seam allowance right round. Okay, so that's all drawn on. You know what? We do need a little dot. I'm going to do it with this pen, just a dot, because when we cut it out and we flip it over, I want to make sure that each time I've got the that dot lined up with the center of my flower so that all of them come up exactly the same. I know you've seen me do that with the Melba Kaleidoscope quilt and different ones like that. So we'll cut. No, Lisa, no. Did you see that? I just made my first mistake. Unbelievable. You're going to want a generous 1/4 inch, and I may not be using this one because you saw what I just did. I nicked it. So used to my bag patterns and everything at the moment that all include seam allowance, and now I need to add it. It doesn't have to be accurate because it's going to get folded over to the back. That's the second one. I'm coming down here. Let me look. I'm getting confused. I'm just going to start again over here because I've got things half drawn on. Holy dolly. Okay. Let's do that again. I'm going to do one, and I'm going to leave enough seam allowance room up the top and put my dot in the middle of my flower. I'm going to draw around. Then I'm going to cut it out. If you are going to be frugal and fussy cut like me, just remember you don't have to cut in from an edge. You can just put a little nick in with your scissors. Heavens, I ordered a heap of scissors too. A beautiful new Kai one, so I'm hoping they're here for Tuesday. Okay. Ta-da! Finally, we got one. Now, this is where you get your head around it. Make sure he's nice and flat. This template is going in and he's never coming out. So, this is just you can use your good stuff if you want, but it's never going to come out and you're going to use a fair bit. So, I have forgiven you. I have relinquished all responsibility, all of that, to using a glue stick. So I'm going to stick that down there like that. Just a dab so he's held on. Just a little dab. Then I'm going to go this way. Put it on your actual fabric and then fold it over. Now, the reason I just switched to doing that is that I want the seam allowance to come out and be folded over and glued down to the next piece, and then the same this way, right out to the edge. You might have little people that can help you do this. Obviously, Lisa Chandler's failed cut and paste. All right. Over. Now try and keep also that corner nice and square, because when you come to abutting it and sewing it together with another one, that's just going to make your life a little bit easier. So, you know, there is sewing to do, but there's a lot of prep, like paper piecing, if you use papers that you leave in, or our lovely Epiplex ones. So there's a little bit of gluing to do first. You can see you haven't got as much control with a glue stick as you do with your glue pen. You've got a lot more control with this. It's just going to cost you a little bit more to use your glue pen. That's all, depending on how many you decide to make. There we go. So that, oh yes, is going to be there, and they're going to sit all the way around. So yum. I'm happy with that. That's going to look good. You can see I've got a little bit of my pencil showing at the top, so I probably could have just been a little bit more accurate. But again, if you use a friction pen, an iron-off pen, you can just hold the iron over it. Epiplex will take the heat. So you can give it a little press with your iron and it will take off your pen. But again, a rubber's going to take off soft grey lead, and honestly, by the time you've manipulated it and held it, it'll come off anyway. So that's one, and so they're going to sit all the way around. Now what I will do, or what I could do for the base, you can see with this one I chose to alternate. So I've got one of my fabrics here and on the base, and I did the opposite on the inside. But because I'm fussy cutting from this fabric, I could, if I wanted to, actually do my stars for the outside from the same fabric, but I would fussy cut it from a different bit. So I could actually pop my Sturt Deserts P inside my diamonds, and then I would have them all radiating out from here. What a shocking effort to make a decision, because I'm thinking, no, I'll put these in here, but I'm not going to see them. What a decision. But this is where the fun was had. I just have to show you this up close. This is the fine girly EPP engineering. So we've had these designed for us, so they've got a little slit here and then they bend, and that's why we can create this really cool little shape, because they've got a little hinge in them. So they're really, I'm very happy. Cass and I Cass, Danny and I did lose a little bit of well, not sleep, but it was fun. It was absolutely fun. Shall I do one of these? Let's have a look. We'll just do one and see how it comes out. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, Lisa, then you've got another one done. So as I said, just if you want to, just nick in so that you don't waste, any of the fabric around it. But you're going to end up with a big fabric doily to come back and use for other things. I was so relieved to get the applique sampler finally out. Do you know, when Mum and Dad were down yesterday, I actually, before they got here, I started cutting for the next one and handed it over to Mum. So that I feel like I've got ahead a bit. Alright, what I think I want to do here with this one is I can actually line up this little hinge slit here right over where the petals all join together. It's pretty, it's quite satisfying getting all of that positioning happening, because you've got a symmetrical stylized print and you've got symmetrical shape, so it's quite enjoyable to get them on. Okay, and put a row along there, fold it over there. Oh, you know what I really want to do? I'm going to mess with your heads. What about if I alternate the panels inside and out, light, dark? I don't know, but I'm willing to give it a go. Alright, there you go. It's on. Quick and easy. I need to do one more of these because I need to show you how it all works. Because if you haven't done any paper piecing before and you do want to give this a go. Now, this is where I need to say to you, remember, you can't mix up your outers and your inners. So if I am committing to doing these for the outside. I can't decide to change them over to the inside later. They are, I forget what Danny said, I think she scaled them by about 2 mil. And really, if you're just sitting sewing, you're not going to pick it up. So just be careful. You'll pick it up when you come to sit one inside the other, and it'll be wonky and they won't line up. So just be careful. Of course, if you're using dark colours, just go around and mark them all. Go through and mark them all before you start. So I have committed to having all Melba on the outside. I'm fine with that. I should say the tile print on the outside. Excitement this week. Another reason to love and leave you for a few days. We had some massive deadlines with design work, and it's not, well, one of them is new designs. I've got 2 prints, Japanese ones, coming out next year. But also we hit a deadline to get new colours done for some of our existing ranges, and I think I mentioned that to you. So we had to get colouring done for the Melba border stripe, and 2 new colours for these fans, and 2 new colours for flowering gum. So there was a lot. Oh, and 2 new for the Melba small floral. So there was a lot of design work, and deadlines kind of worked around getting things into the factory before Japan take their annual 1-week holiday. And so what happens is, if you don't get in there before, you kind of then get pushed out to May. And so what also happens is, even though there haven't been a lot of trade shows and things in America for a couple of years now, we're still sort of on the time plan that companies release their fabrics in the fall. So when we go to Fall Market, they've just had a virtual one in Houston before Quilt Show, and then they have another one in their spring in May, and that changes to a different state and location each year. So if you don't get all of your fabrics in and slotted into production in the factory early in the year, and then you take all the samples to market, it's the way it used to work, you haven't got a slot to then print them. So we have to finish now so that we can get some of them done early next year, and then the new ones in for May. So we kind of lost half a day, I think, Steve, didn't we? Oh, I think he's watching. We lost half a day to that. And colouring takes time. Do you want to have a look at these up close? There you go. So this is literally classic fussy cutting for paper piecing, but these are going to sit like that on my dish, or they're going to be right down. Don't know if I can get them to stay there to show you. They're going to be right down in there, if you were to do them for the inside. Mine are all outside ones, and I think that's going to work okay. So if you want to see this, I've put in the instructions to actually sew your star first. Now the reason, see what I just did then? The reason I did that was, if you don't, you can get yourself in a terrible mess. I've never had to unpick something or pay attention so much with paper piecing before, to make sure that I actually put them in the right spot. So make your star up first, so you have another 4 coming out, and then these come in and sit in between. Honestly, the amount of times I sewed them, oh, I don't know how I did it. I sewed them in the wrong spots. I did that. I think I did that a couple of times. So sew your star first, and then this wedge will fit in. I will demonstrate for you quickly. Now, who has to go to work tomorrow? Marie Evans, you've got to go to work tomorrow. Surely some of you have to go to work tomorrow. I have to go to work tomorrow. Are you all ready for the week? If you go to work tomorrow, are you all ready? Have you got your lunches ready? Have you got all of your clothes sorted out for the whole week? I used to do that, you know. I used to have a list on the inside of the bedroom door of what I had worn for the month. Yeah, Marie, you've got yours ready. I knew you might. So that if you had project meetings with companies or customers or suppliers and they were monthly, project teams monthly, I'd make sure I didn't wear the same thing to both meetings. Now, not good anymore. Sometimes I just check what I wore the last time on Facebook, so I don't wear the same thing twice. That's all. All right, close up. Let's get these sewn together. And again, when I was sewing these, sometimes I went there by mistake. I don't know. So you're going to put them, these are for the outside, aren't they? So I've got to go this way. So you're actually going to put right sides, wrong sides together, because remember, you really, really need it. Oh, now do you or don't you? No, you don't. I apologize, you don't. Because you'll be able to get that star flat first and then put your little inserts in. It's only these ones, girls, that you're going to have to sew like that and use a nice matching thread. So you can do these flat. Okay. So flat and on the wrong side. And that means your right sides are together. So just little whip stitch. It's quite different if you've done English paper piecing for a while. What's that, Jeanette? You've got 3 days this week. Woohoo! If you've done paper piecing for a while with papers, it's quite different switching over to the template plastic. You'll find that you really, because you can't sew through it. You know how sometimes you catch your paper, but you can't get your needle through with these Perspex templates. So in fact, you do get a beautiful, very constant sized stitch and tension, because there's not some that have gone through the paper and some that haven't. And you know, if you hit the plastic, you'll find you'll bring your needle up a little bit further into the fold. Okay, so we're nearly there. So, do as I say, not as I do, yeah? So once you've got all your star together, so there's 2 of my wedges for my star, then you're going to come back and sit this other one in. Now pretend I've done my whole star, and then this is going to go in here. So I can go up one side. I just want to show you how it bends because it's really cool. So then in the pattern, it's got to pop all of these in as well, just straight out, and then you'll have this weird and wonderful funky shape, and then you bring all of the sides together, and with the outside that's going to be wrong sides together to create the 3D effect. I'm starting to think about other things now. I mean, we can fussy cut from fabric. You could do some lovely little machine or hand embroideries on the panels. You remember when we did the little mirrors inside the Suffolk pups? Ooh, they would look really cool with one of those in the middle of each of the panels. I think it would work. We have to remember it had to be quite small. Because the scallop effect happens. Yeah, no, you could get away with small ones, I think. The scallop effect happens when you bring the sides up, and that was the really cool thing that we worked out. Okay, so there you go. So it's quite quick. There's one side in. So you can see that's sort of got mine. It's going to look like that. It's going to have those little ones peeping out from underneath like that. I think this would be just gorgeous, particularly if I used them upside down on the table as a dome and had little presents or my little puddings or a cake or something underneath that you can pull off. So there you go. Now the other one that I'm putting with this, I'll have a little bit of a play with this. I'm looking at it thinking I want to make one up, and it takes a while. The other fabric I'm going to use is the Melba in the dark red. So that's 00051. So I'm going to pop that with it. And again, because of the stylized pattern, I'm going to be able to fussy cut the fans. So I really want to get one of these to the point where I'm happy with it and get it made up, because then I can go through and work out how much fabric you need to fussy cut the waratahs and things for it, and then I can make up a little kit. So we'll do it in this color, and I think we'll actually do the other color of this in the ivory and pink, because it's going to give us a really good contrast. You could go the black with the bright orange or the green, but I really think I want to do teal and the ivory pink together, so the teal fans with the ivory pink. But of course, you're going to have a stash of stuff. It doesn't have to be fussy cut, so you can make one up just with all the little beautiful little bits of leftover fabric and things that you've got from other projects. Obviously Christmas is going to be a great choice, because you'll have a stash of Christmas fabrics left over, and we're coming up to the silly season. But if you want to give one as a gift that's used all year round, then perhaps rethink that and use a really pretty little floral. Liberty's the obvious choice for me, is to go with some of the Liberty cottons. We've got those Liberty Charm Square packs, so they're 5-inch. You could have a little eclectic collection of different panels and fabrics in them as well. So please have a think of what you'd like to do. I'll have a play with this. I'm not going to guarantee that's done by Tuesday, because I've really got to focus on bags tomorrow and getting all the orders done and Michelle's quilt out for you. But I will get it done for Thursday. Now I also reneged on you too on the felt basket. What we're going to do, and we're going to catch on all the different wools. The baskets got missed off our order, and I really don't want to do that again until the next stock of the baskets are in for the people that are waiting on them to arrive. So I'm going to check in with that order again tomorrow and see how we're going. Oh, and I will have for you on Tuesday a special on Amber Fairy Frost. So it's not the flat gold Fairy Frost, it's the one that's got that little bit of an orangey brassy tinge to it. So don't order it in the next 72 hours, please, because it's going to be on special on Tuesday. So have a think about what you might need it for. Have a look at it on the website. Just have a look. Don't order it. And I will have a special for you on that on Tuesday. Right, that's it for me. Now you all, surely you all need to go and work out what you're eating for the week. You've got to pack up what's left over from the roast ready for the shepherd's pie tomorrow night. Sandwiches for lunches tomorrow. Do you need to boil the eggs? Do you need to get anything ready? I've got to buy a chicken tomorrow. Right, so Tuesday as well. Just quickly. High Tea Tuesday. As many of you know, it's still there. It's still on my bucket list. The pre-COVID plan to have a patchwork tea rooms, right? It's still there. I don't know where it's going to happen now, and I don't know when, whatever, but it is still there. In the meantime, Nuff here, well ahead of schedule. I don't know what got into me. Well, I met someone that worked for Villeroy Bosch. I bought cake stands to have for doing catering for events and everything. I have many of them still in their box unopened, and you've seen them on our shows and on Craft and Cook and everything, and I have decided I'm being silly having 30 unused brand new inbox cake stands that cost, Rob's watching, I'm not telling you right now what they cost, so I'm actually going to offer them to you in case you want one. You might want a beautiful Villeroy Bosch cake stand. I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't buy them yesterday, but they have been stored beautifully and they are gorgeous, and I'm going to put them at a very special price on Tuesday with some ideas of what you can put in them, because it's High Tea Tuesday with a little special. So there's a little sweet and a little savoury special ideas I'm going to show you with them on Tuesday as well. So that's just another little weird and wonderful thing we're going to add in. All right. Hope you have a fab evening, what's left of it, and I hope that I will see you all. It says me trying to fire up my laptop again. I will see you all on Tuesday afternoon with Emma at 2 o'clock. Please have a look at your newsletter. Remember, if you've placed an order today and you place another one by, did I give you a time? I don't know what the time was. I do need to set one. By 6 o'clock tomorrow night, I will combine and give you a credit back for your excess postage. 6 o'clock tomorrow night. If I say 6, that's best for me because then I can get them all wrapped up and out the door early on Tuesday morning. All right, so have a look. If you spend over 100, heaven forbid, there are threads and gifts as well. All right, have a lovely evening. It's lovely to see you again, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. All right, bye.